Hi everyone, welcome to Radiant Waters. Radiant Waters is a platform where we discuss everything that pertains to self-discovery, self-actualization, self-realization, self-development, spiritual awakening, and balancing of the soul. My name is Chioma Okoro. Today, I want to talk about how you can identify your spirit guides. Before I proceed, I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you who has subscribed to my YouTube channel and shared my last video. Please, if you are watching me for the first time, kindly subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification button, drop your comment in the comment section, and share the video. Thank you very much. In the last video, I made mention of the fact that the elements, which are fire, water, earth, air and space, are the driving forces of the universe, which make up our physical environment consisting of the solid matters, the liquid matters, the gases, the energies, as well as our physical bodies, our minds, emotions, auras, and souls. These elements are the key components of the human psyche as well as all of the created worlds. They are harmonized in the spirit, meaning that in the spirit realm, the elements make up one entity. They agree and say, let it be so, and it is so. The elements are the building blocks of life, without which life cannot exist. If the elements are not there, there is nothing called life. And these elements, which are harmonized in the spirit and also bring about the existence of life, means that life is spiritual. There is nothing like separating your life from spirituality. Like when you hear people say that this is my spiritual life, I have a very strong spiritual life, this is my social life, this is my business life, this is my relationship life, all this kind of life does not exist. Life is life and life is one. You only have the way you express your life, different ways of expressing life, but the different ways you express life does not simply mean that they are different from life. So life is spiritual because everything about life stems from the elements, which are harmonized in the spirit as one entity. As human beings that we are, the earth gives us our solid body. It gives us structure and support. Then we also feed from other things that exist around us, such as animals and plants, which are also products of the earth. When we consume these foods, our digestion processes take place in the presence of water. Water aids digestion. Without water, whatever we take into our system cannot be digested properly. Therefore, water is a universal solvent and metabolite. Metabolite simply means that every biochemical reaction takes place in the presence of this liquid called water. If the water is not existing, there cannot be any process, any biochemical process in our bodies that can take place effectively. Apart from helping in digestion, water also helps in transportation of the nutrients that we obtain from the food we eat. Water transports them from the stomach to every other part of the body, I mean to say. Then after eating this food, what is the next thing? The air we breathe in supplies the oxygen. It supplies the energy that breaks this food down. When this food is broken down, what happens? We get the energy that we use to carry out all our daily activities. Then the heat of our body is obtained from our soul. Our soul is made up of the sun, and the sun is what gives us heat. The heat keeps us warm. The heat also breaks down some of the things that the enzymes in our body cannot break down. You can see how these elements make us up. Then the energy that we have obtained through all these things are transported outward through our body field of energy, our body energy field that we call aura. You can see that everything about our existence, everything about our life is all about the elements. But ignorance has made people think that Whenever these elements are mentioned, you are talking about evil spirit. I don't know who brought the evil spirit into existence. Maybe because they want to put human mind under control, they now tell you that evil spirits are this and that, they are demons. Please, there is nothing like evil spirit, and there is nothing like good spirit. Spirit is spirit, and spirit is one. Spirit is neutral. It is neither good nor bad. But you human, the way you use the spirit will make it either good or bad. You can see that we are the spirit and the spirit is us. And these spirits are the forces that communicate through our minds. They are the forces that gives us intelligence. They are the forces that reveal secrets to us. They are the forces that gives us good health. They are the forces that also gives us the spirit of creativity, or the knowledge of creativity and invention. So these spirits act as our guide. They are the ones that tell us when danger is looming around us and give us the idea of what to do in order to escape. It is only when people fail to heed to these instructions of the spirit that they become victims. This spirit communicates to us through our intuition, through our hunches, through our instinct, through dreams, through revelations, through the mouth of our fellow human beings, through some occurrences that happen around us, through our synchronicities. Synchronicity simply means a regularly repeating pattern that is always taking place, that you have observed that this pattern has a meaningful connotation, though you may not be able to explain it, but you have noticed that there is a kind of pattern that flows through a family, that flows through the life of an individual. And when you observe this pattern, it always takes place at a particular interval of time. It is always happening, having almost the same kind of nature all the time. This is telling you that the spirits are communicating to you. Now, have you ever asked yourself why some people find it difficult to understand the language of the spirit? Why some people find it difficult to perceive the presence of the spirit guides, why some other people do not find it difficult? The answer to this question depends on whoever is asking. For some people, they have shut down their channels because they have imbibed certain beliefs that spirits are evil. So when spirits are communicating to them, they take it as something evil that is about to befall them. They will just shut themselves down and start panicking. As a result of this, they don't open themselves up to receiving the information the spirit is trying to pass across. For some other people, they receive this information, but they do not know how to interpret it. Therefore, they are as good as those who do not receive. And for some other people as well, they receive information through the mouth of someone else, and when they receive it through that person, it is a confirmation of what they have already known. So these are different ways that we receive information from our spirit guides. Now I'm going to outline some techniques that will make it easy to understand when the spirits are communicating with you, and also increase awareness. Spirits usually communicate through signs and symbols. They communicate through images. They communicate through colors and shapes. Sometimes they may come in form of your dreams, in form of your trance, in form of what somebody is telling you. It can also come in form of the things you read from books, because spirits use everything around us to communicate. They know what we need at a particular time, and they use the things around us to communicate. Sometimes they also communicate telepathically. When you hear that silent voice that is talking to you within, your spirit is talking to you. Somebody has asked me sometime, how can I differentiate the good spirit and the right spirit? How can I know that it is not my ego that is talking to me, that it is the right spirit that is talking to me? The answer I gave the person is that, number one, there is nothing like good and bad spirits, because spirits are one. It now depends on the polarity where the spirit is vibrating on, which will also be a reflection of your thoughts, your action, and your behaviors, because the spirits respond to you according to the way you behave. They respond to you according to the things you think. They respond to you according to the way you act. So whenever the spirits are communicating, they are only responding to what you already they are responding to the message that you have already put forward into the universe, and they will reflect it back to you exactly. And another thing is that for you to know whether your ego is the one talking to you or your spirit is talking to you is that when you align yourself properly with the spirit, your ego will go down and your divine self will rise. That is, your humanity will come down, your humanity will die, and the spirit will rise. That is when you begin to know that it is no longer my ego that is talking to me. It is no longer my flesh that is communicating to me. You know that the message you're receiving is coming from a higher plane, a higher dimension of consciousness. Okay, that is by the way. When the spirits want to communicate with a person, it comes in different ways. It has different forms of expression. It comes in coded ways that may require interpretation. Sometimes they may come as passing shadows. They may come as a touch on your flesh, or they may come as goosebumps. Sometimes you might see them as creatures like animals, fellow human beings. You can see them as water, as mountains, as valleys. You can hear some kind of strange sound. The sound may be a simple buzzing sound or ringing. Sometimes you may hear something like whispering around you. You think that somebody is around whispering something to you, and if you pay attention, you may hear what the person is saying clearly, and in some situations you may not hear. Sometimes they may come as discussion of people. I don't mean normal human beings discussing. You will be in a place and you'll be hearing sounds of people who are talking. By the time you pay attention, you know that these are not really human beings that are talking, that some forces around you are communicating. Some other times they may come as cold, serious cold, and sometimes they may come as heat. Sometimes they may come as shout. They may come as silence. They come in different ways. They come as animals around you. Sometimes you can see strange animals at strange hours looking around you. Sometimes they come in form of even people making trouble with you. You may not understand. But the thing here is that in any form that the spirits come to you, that is your spirit guides, in any form that they come to you, it does not matter that form that they come with. What matters is the information they are trying to pass across to you. So what you have to do is to pay attention and know the message they are trying to pass. If the message they are passing to you is not clear, if it is not something that you can interpret, maybe you can begin to communicate with those forces. You have already known that something is talking to you. So what you do now is that when you begin to receive all this kind of strange information around you, you begin to communicate to them. You can tell them, please talk to me in a language I will understand. Communicate with me in a way I will understand, so that I will respond wisely and timely. The reason why some people have prolonged problems is that they have been receiving information from their spirit guides, but they are not acting wisely, and they are not acting timely. They may just overlook it, thinking that is one of those things that, beg, what now? Then they do not know that they are creating conditions that will lead to discord. They are creating conditions that will lead to poverty, lack, pains, sicknesses and diseases, and sometimes untimely death. And when they start going through these things, they will be like, I'm going through demonic attack. Truly, demons do not attack, spirits do not attack, because before they come to do anything to a person, they must have passed a message. But as a result of the fact that the person has failed to act timely and wisely, problems will now ensue. The person will now think that spirits are the one attacking him or her. This is the reason why this is the reason when you visit a spiritualist, they tell you that you are having foundational problems. And what are your foundation? Your foundation simply means these elements that make up whichever family you come from, your clan, your village, your community. Because everywhere we come from are made up of these spirits. And there have been ways that our ancestors have aligned themselves with these forces that will help us to live our present day life. But because we have disconnected from them, we are now having issues, and we have been told that they are evil, they are demonic, they are against us, they are this, they are that. And the best way that we have responded to them is to fight them, not knowing that when you fight them, you fight yourself. When you fight your spirit, you fight yourself. There are basic aspects of the spirit that people do not know. These spirits I'm talking about are your guides. When people have these issues of spiritual husband, spiritual wife, they do not understand that spiritual husband and wife are simple mythology. Mythology is just a kind of story that is told to express a hidden information. Your spiritual husband and wife does not mean a man or a woman that is marrying you in the spirit. Your spiritual husband and wife is your masculine and your feminine self. Every living thing, every non-living thing, because there is nothing like non-living thing in the first place, but everything that is existing is made up of the gender of either male and female. Everything that is existing physically is expressed as a male and female, but within everything that is existing, everything has male and female inside. As I'm existing as a woman, within me I am having a masculine aspect of me. That masculine aspect of me is my spiritual husband. It is not a man that is marrying me in the spirit, because there is no man marrying anybody in the spirit. Everybody has masculine and feminine self. This your masculine and feminine self must match together in consciousness. They must agree together. They must have intercourse. They must love each other for you to be a whole human being. So that time you begin to have dreams of having sex in the dream. That time you have dream of wedding in the dream. That time you have dream that somebody, either a man or a woman, is making love to you in the dream. It is not a demon that is making love to you. Stop resisting it. It is showing you that either your masculine or your feminine self is trying to align itself to you. They are trying to come together and make a consciousness with you, and to create a consciousness, I mean to say. There is nothing like I have a spiritual husband, I have a spiritual wife, and you begin to fight every spiritual husband, depriving me of this, doing this, I kill you. When you kill your spiritual wife, when you kill your spiritual husband, you are killing yourself. Run away from anybody, be it a babalawo, a dibia, ezenwine, pastor, that is separating you from your spirit wife or husband. When you separate yourself from your spirit wife or your spirit husband, you are separating yourself from another aspect of you, which will lead to havoc, which will lead to, it will lead to a very bad experience that you will not like. The reason why you're already having these bad experiences is that you have not been aligned. You have not been properly aligned. Align yourself with your masculine self. Align yourself with your feminine self. The alignment will bring harmony in your spirit. You will stop having those things you call problems. Those things you call, I want to marry, husbands are running away from me, I want to do business, the business is crashing, I want to do this. It is not because there are any demons that are after your life. The reason is that you are not in alignment with your inner forces. You are not in alignment with your elemental forces. You are not in alignment with your masculine and feminine self. You need to come and be aligned with them. You need to come and agree with them so that your life will be in harmony, because there is always balance in the spirit and in the physical. According to the law of correspondence, it says that as it is above, so it is below. As it is within, so it is without. As it is in the spirit, so it is in the physical. So whenever you are having physical problems, it simply means that your inner self, your spirit self, is not in harmony. You are not in harmony in the spirit. Another aspect of your spirit guides are your ancestral spirits. We have been taught that our ancestral spirits are evil, they are demons. It is only in Africa that we fight our ancestors. It is only in Africa that our ancestors are demonic. Once our fathers die, once our grandparents die, they turn to demons. We begin to say things like, there is no fellowship between the living and the dead. Who told you? There is nothing like death in the first place. What we do is that we transit, we change forms. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It only changes form from from a form to another. So when a person dies, it does not mean that the person has gone and as in is no longer existing, therefore the person cannot have anything to do with us again. These people, these are loved ones, maybe our friends, our family members, our mothers, our fathers, our grandparents who have gone beyond. They have not died. That place they are still trying to communicate with us, and they are our spirit guides. They are there to inform us about things that we do not know. So we have to also align ourselves with our ancestors or our dead loved ones. They are not demons. You will see an African praying to Saint Anthony, Saint this, Saint that, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And these people they are calling are dead people. But when it comes to calling your own father or your own mother who is dead, you begin to say that they are demons. I don't have anything to do with demons. How can the people whose blood are flowing through your veins, how can the people who you are carrying their genes be demons simply because they have died? You need to align yourself with your ancestral spirit, because they are there to bring knowledge of the things you do not know to you. There are many things that your fathers did not tell you before they died, and now that they have passed beyond, they are trying to bring that knowledge to you. Sometimes it comes through dreams, and sometimes it comes through reincarnation. You give birth to children not knowing that you are giving birth to your forefathers who have passed, and you think that you are just giving birth to ordinary people. And you'll be treating your children anyhow, shouting at them, beating them incessantly, not knowing that you are beating elders. You are not supposed to beat them, especially when they make some comments that sound strange. You have to listen to them. Ask them, who told you this? How did you know this? These are different ways that our spirit guides come to talk to us. They come in different ways. They can even come in form of animals. There are times that you will just be on your own, an animal will come to you. You wouldn't know why the animal is there. Some strange animals that you normally not see. I will give an example of myself. One day I was in the house. I came outside to do something. The next thing is that I saw a green snake. And this green snake happens to be the animal guide of my community where I come from. I was like, why of all snake? Why will it be this snake that came? We call this green snake Aka in my place. Aka was standing in front of my door, standing erect like this, and was doing like this. I was like, wow. And I ran away because it shocked me. But later on, I came back to be staring at the Aka. I wanted to know, why did you come? What did you bring? What message did you bring? And later on, I went for divination to know why of all snakes this Aka came in front of my door. And I realized that it came to give me information. And it gave me a very important information that there are battles ahead of me. I had to start tackling that battle ahead before it came. But ignorantly, somebody will go and bring knife and kill the snake. Baga! Because according to the brainwash you have received, there is enmity between you and snake. Why would there be enmity between you and another creature that is living? So these are the brainwash that have been given to us in this generation, that we are just abnormal people. We are just misbehaving. Do you understand? So it is very important for you to pay attention to the ways your spirit communicates to you. Spirit can communicate through different ways, through different methods. There is no particular way that a spirit talks. There is no one given way that spirits will always come to talk to you. Spirits, whichever name you give them, they do not come to you and say, hey, I'm talking to you, or you start going to market right now. They will not do that. They usually speak through signs. They usually speak through symbols, through shapes, through colors, through images. So you have to start reading meaning into everything that happens around you. You don't take things for granted. When you begin to pay attention to the spirit guides, things don't take you unaware. Nothing can take you unaware. Before anything comes your way, you must have known, and you act timely and wisely. This is why people that we regard to be spiritually seem to be more powerful and more wise. They are wise and they are powerful because they take everything into consideration. They don't live carelessly. They don't take anything to be just that. So for you to live successfully on this planet, for you to successfully achieve your personal goals, you have to align yourself with your spirit guides. Working with spirit guides will exert you to achieving your personal goals. You see yourself being more joyful. You see yourself being healthier and more compassionate in the life of the people you touch. You see yourself becoming wiser, stronger, and more powerful than people used to know you to be. And you also see yourself being richer in terms of physical things, those things that we acquire. Because when you follow spirit guides, they tell you what to do, they tell you the right time to do it, and they tell you how to do it. That is, if you pay attention, if you know how to, start following them, you begin to receive this information. And anything that wants to happen to you, or anything that wants to happen in your environment, you will be among the first people that will receive first-hand information. Nothing will take you unaware. So today, I implore every one of us to squarely follow our spirit guides, because this is what makes you a strong, a powerful, and a wise person on earth. It makes you to achieve your goals at the right time without delay. When you follow spiritual instruction, you do not waste your energy unnecessarily. Maybe you want to venture into a business, maybe you want to venture into a marriage, a relationship, or anything else. Without your spirit guide, you might fall into the wrong hand. You might fall into the hands of the wrong people, wrong associates. And when you finish dealing with them, you start regretting. But when you follow your spirit guides, they will tell you ahead, don't go with this person, don't do this, don't do that. And you will not waste your energy. You will wait until the right time comes. Then you do that thing, and you will see that you will obtain the right result. Thank you for your time. Please, I implore you to subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification button, share my videos. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day till I come your way again. Bye.